Hey guys! I'm literally going from one extreme to the other here. But first, a recap. A while back, in my Mummies Alive review, I had said that their parent company, Deke, had some very strange shows. I had considered reviewing the jumbled up bucket of what the fuckery that is Pro Stars, but then my mind went elsewhere. You see, the Power Rangers was, and will probably always be massive worldwide. This has caused quite a number of copycats in its wake, as is what happens with most great movies, shows, etc. And therefore, I present to you Superhuman Samurai Syber-Squad. Buckle up, folks, because we're in for a ride. They're gonna amp it up. Keep some gigabyte. You taste that? You taste the cheesiness? Get used to it because it's gonna get a whole lot cheesier. Like this plate of mozzarella cheese sticks I just made. Okay, the plot of the show is that Sam, played by 1/3 of the Miss Doubtfire children, gets a special armband that allows him to enter electrical circuits by shouting, "Let's samurai's, guys!" Why does he do this? It's to stop Malcolm Frank. Must be his son. Anyways, he's helped by... Okay, for how cheesy or stupid this show may get, these next 4 words really get it out of the hole. Tim Curry as Kilo Khan. Yes, Kilo Khan is a very, and I do mean very, cliched villain, but it's Tim Curry. Hilariously enough, he takes this performance very seriously, which makes it seriously funny. Now, you may be wondering what Kilo Khan wants. Why, to rule the world, of course. He plans to do so by attacking the digital world with viruses made by Malcolm. Now, you would think that this would make him a henchman to Kilo Khan, but it doesn't. Frank becomes more of a co-conspirator and much less of a henchman, something I'd like to see more in today's television shows. On the hero side, we have Sydney, a geeky science girl, Tanker, a buff but dumb jock, and Amp. He's the weird one. How weird? Well, since Christmas is coming up, here's a couple of his clips from said episode. And I know it's out of context, but even if it was in context, it'd make equal sense.
Oh no, it's Santa Claus, and he's a week early. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I still have an extra week to be an extra specially good boy. I hope I get that rubber band I asked for.
I know the weird guy cliche has existed before this, but Amp is really out there. The other characters are actually really enjoyable. The lunch lady in particular made me laugh many, many times. More than Miss Finster ever has. But with all that said, I think it's time to crack into the first episode. This is To Protect and Servo. Get it? We start off with Sam and his friends about to start practicing, as we see how focused Sydney is into her work.
Sydney, there's a brain-sucking alien bursting out of your chest.
Yeah, sure John Hurt could give her a few pointers. Sydney reminds him that they're short a member. So they ask Amp if he can talk to...
Loan you his car?
No.
Electroplate his gym socks?
No.
Suck a rat through a straw?
Moving right along. We meet the receptionist / lunch lady, Mrs. Starkey, as she reads a motorcycle magazine.
Mrs. Starkey, you're not really into motorcycles, are you?
Bite your tongue, child. I've had my behind parked on a cycle since I was your age.
Ooh, someone's having fun here.
Thanks. Have a day.
It's have a great day. But you're close. Then we meet Malcolm Frank, and we see he has a crush on Jennifer. Problem, Sam does too. It's here where I have to list a major issue. Yes, I know these characters are cliched, but at least they have character. Jennifer here doesn't. It's as if she only exists to be Sam's girlfriend and Malcolm's crush and nothing more. Just somewhat wrong, you know? Sam tries to trick to get her phone number, Yes, Jennifer is about as dumb as...
Spectacular donkey! Hee-haw!
Yeah, that! Malcolm, overhearing Sam's plans, retreats to his lair, also known as his bedroom, to plot what to do, when suddenly...
I like it, meat thing.
Introducing Kilocon, master of the digital world. He brings Malcolm's monster to digital life as a virus and causes it to assault a local phone line. This causes the whole thing to go haywire, but Sam doesn't notice he's about to start practicing when he's suddenly sucked into the computer. Then spat back out unceremoniously before getting a wristband thing onto his arm. He starts the call with Jennifer. Ah, turn dial phones. Remember when those were all the rage? Anyways, after a news article given by who looks to be a timeless Viola Davis, we get our first view of the servo program. Yeah, careful Sam, otherwise you'll fall right over. He gets planted into the digital world and begins to fight with the monster. It's here where I need to talk about a few other things. Whenever I mention this show to my friends, they say how it's a Power Rangers clone. It kinda is, but it isn't at the same time. The company behind the original Superhuman Samurai, this is apparently just the American version, also had a major hand in two iconic Japanese franchises. The first one is Ultraman, from the way Servo grows in size down to Servo's very design. Secondly, one superhero is fighting against a supersized monster that is destroying everything. Kinda makes you think about Godzilla, doesn't it? If so, it's because the man who founded Tsurubaya, the show's production company, co-created the well-known kaiju as well. With that knowledge, I can look at this a little differently. In a way, I see it as a bit of an homage to the earlier predecessors. Is it a good one? Well, not entirely, no. As you've seen up to this point, there are a lot of flaws, but it's those flaws that makes this show oddly enjoyable. And for those who think it's too cheesy, Sam gets arrested in the next episode for an alleged murder. No joke. This episode ends with Servo destroying the monster and securing a date with the Jennifer lady. I don't know. This show is flawed. There is no denying it. The characters are cliche, the low budget is painfully obvious, and the dialogue is really cheesy. But I honestly think that's what makes this show at least somewhat enjoyable. Therefore, my final rating is... screw it, I'm in a good mood. 6 out of 10. Next time, I'm starting up a new theme month. Let's see if I can get my schedule in gear as we start to talk about anime. And where else should I start than with one of the very first anime ever made, Astro Boy. Leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. This is Archer. Have a day. Have a great day.